Welcome to Lexlegis.ai. Let's look at Interact, our document intelligence module. In Ask, you were interacting with the Lexlegis database. In Interact, you interact with the files or documents that you upload. These files could be any sort of legal documents, contracts, agreements, litigation, case files, balance sheets, internal policies, employee contracts, anything. Any kind of legal documents. To start, you simply click on upload file here. You'll have to create a folder to enter the files. So first we create a folder. We can give it any name, say that folder gets created and selected. Now I can click and upload any file in there. And these files could be in any format. It could be a Word file, a PDF, both scanned, non-scanned, an image, just a text file, Excel files, CSVs, PowerPoint presentations, anything as long as it is under the permissible limit of 75 MB. Now, once you upload these files, you will see the folder created here, but these files are getting processed. We do this at the behest itself because we will OCR and process the files right at the beginning so that every time you want to interact with these files, they will be up and ready. It hardly takes a minute. Now you see that the files are ready. You can simply select one or all files. Then you can enter a prompt. You can either write your own prompt, say summarize these documents, or you can go to our prompt library where you can have an entire rich and category wise arranged prompts. When you go to prompt library, you will see a preset list of prompts already given by us across multiple categories. Say for commercial contracts and agreements, all your actions that you would do on these files are one click prompts. So if you click here, you'll see that the prompt falls below here. Let's say a contract summary, a prompt will fall right here, which of course you can now tailor this to however you want. You can change specific parts of this prompt or completely change it as well. Say summarize these agreements, and then you can select the type of response that you want in narrative format, which is a normal paragraph to paragraph and then follow up questions format, or a tabular format. Once you start an interaction, it will go through that entire document and prepare that response for you. And while this streams, you can always come back out. You can see in history it will keep streaming. If I go to say an earlier scanned report, you will see that the response is now interactive. I can ask as many follow-ups as I want right here within this box itself. And then, of course, a new feature is a question library. Sometimes you have sets of documents, say multiple non disclosure agreements or multiple MOUs or term sheets. You know exactly what you are going to look for within these. So, in question libraries, you can have those questions arranged. For example, we have a couple of sample question sets here where you see a question set for rental agreements. So you'll have these questions preset. Once you select it, those questions will be mentioned here. And up here, I can select a couple of rental agreements and I can run these questions across each of those agreements by selecting individual. That will run all of these questions, each of these questions against each of the selected files. And I can select a tabular output where it will give me a table where the agreements will be my rows and the questions will become columns where it will give me answers for each of these. If you see the answers I've loaded, you can elaborate on each answer, and on the right you will see you get the sources for each answer, where exactly it has picked those up from. So it becomes very handy when you're dealing with multiple documents with the same questions to be run against each. You can add new question sets or new question libraries right within here itself. You can give it a title and you can start writing your questions here, or you can do the same within the library. You can go add your files here as well. You can create a folder first and then add files in it. You can also create and save your own prompts. You can create a folder of prompts and add prompts in it, as many as you would want. Same with question sets. So this was Interact.